Live from Las Vegas, it's Keto Cooking. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Today, the temperature outside is 89 degrees. I mean, it's almost like shocking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing some smoking today, but I'm going to be taking a pork shoulder, okay, and I'm going to debone it, and I'm going to cut them up into mimic boneless spare ribs, okay? Now, to go along with this, back in the day in a restaurant, I used to make potatoes, red potatoes. I used to cube them up, and we would saute them in a pan with some garlic, all different types of herbs, and I'm telling you what, it was a fantastic taste. But today what I'm going to do is, just so you don't miss eating potatoes, I'm going to be taking these radishes, and I'm going to roast these like I did with that red blissed potatoes, okay? By the way, if you're type 2 diabetic, these are fantastic for you, okay? No heavy load on your glycemic index, and you can also eat the greens, and you know what? This is what we're going to do. So, you know what? Stay tuned, follow along, and watch what I do. I mean, they sell deboned pork, but you know what? You pay for it. So this was a piece that I had bought probably about a month or so ago. Took it out of the freezer, and I took the part of the butt that was not attached to the bone, and I used that for a different dinner that we made. But this one's still on the bone, but I don't feel like cooking it and make pulled pork. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to bore you with it. I'm going to take it off real fast, and I'm going to show you just clips of how I'm doing it. Okay, stick around. Have the radishes here. Now Marie took them, washed them, cleaned them all up, okay? Marie eats a lot more radishes than I do. I should eat more because I'm the one with type 2 diabetes, but there it is right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up, and it's going to look like little red potatoes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up my seasonings. Okay, I'm going to use some oregano, some Tommy spice in here. I'm also going to add a little paprika to it, all right? So inside the Tommy spice is actually salt, pepper, garlic, and onion, all equal parts. And I will mix this up a little bit. I just made this batch. And this is going to go on to it. It's going to get coated in olive oil. I'm also going to be putting it in this glass Pyrex dish to go into the oven at 350 for probably 25 minutes to 30 minutes to have these cook up nice. Now, with the radish, you can also slice these very thin on the mandolin. And you can either oven bake them or you can fry them and make these into chips. Now, a lot of people have problems with radish because of the heat. Sometimes they're hot, other times they're not. That is the red part of the radish. Now, once you start cooking this, that goes away. It brings out the sweetness of it. It's low glycemic for a guy like me with type 2. Look at that. Pretty nice. So, I mean, most of the stuff that we do here in Keto land is mimic other things. I don't like saying that because that, makes you sort of think, well, I miss potatoes and stuff like that. My concept is to change up how you do things, okay? Get away from the old, bring in the new, okay? So, yeah, here we go. Let's cut it up. All right, simple. I'm going to cut them, quarter them. Okay, I mean, if you want to go a little thinner, you can, but no need to. These will roast up just nice. There you go. Okay, so there again, it's not how much you have. I mean, that's one right there. That's a couple of forkfuls. All right, there they are. Okay, radish is done. Nice. Cut up nice now. They actually look like little red potatoes. Okay, but these have more flavor. I mean, if you just eat a regular potato, it has a distinct potato flavor, but I mean taste. But this is all right. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my glass dish that I'm going to roast these in. And I'm going to take my little glass. I'm going to be putting in, you know what I like, my Mexican oregano. But I'm going to bust this up a little bit because it goes a long way. It's got a great flavor to it. Also, I know people like to measure things out. I particularly don't. I do it to taste, but I'm going to give 1 teaspoon of, well, teaspoon and a half of paprika. That's my smoked paprika. Good stuff. And I'm going to be adding in, let me mix this around here. 2 teaspoons of my Tommy spice. Here again consists of salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. My SPGO. Stir that around. Get it all mixed up pretty good. Let me get my Tommy tweezers here. Okay. Now I'm going to add some olive oil. Hello, Olive. Add some olive oil to the pan. Oven's heating at 350. I'm going to move this around a little bit. I'm actually going to add a little bit of olive oil to the radishes. I mean, there's 100 different videos on YouTube about this. Okay, this is how I like to do it. This works for me. Marie loves radishes. Now I'm going to set that right in here. Now I'm going to take a little glass that I normally would have my wine in, but I'm going to just aggressively put this on. Wow. You get that oregano, oh God almighty. Now, back in the day, like I said, we would use chopped garlic, fresh parsley, basil, okay, oregano, salt, pepper, and put a little cayenne pepper on for the potatoes. This would go into a big skillet, okay. We would run them through the deep fryer real fast, okay. And it's not getting a good coating. I'm going to have it so everything gets a coating on here. There it is. Spread this out so that each one touches the dish on the bottom. Alright, this is going to go in the oven. Like I said, 20-25 minutes. Okay, I'll smell the aromas of them, and I'll tell you what, this is starting to come together right here. Old habits die hard, so I'm going to put this Pyrex on another tray in the oven, just in case it cracks. You know, with that oil and stuff in there, we don't want to start a fire, especially if you're not paying attention. Just want to give you an idea of what we're doing here with this. These are cooking up nice. I mean, just look at the skin on these. Okay, looks just like a potato. There again, I try not to mimic something that we don't eat anymore, but this is a nice way of doing this. Let's turn these over. Probably been about 15 minutes. They're probably going to go a little bit longer. Seems to have enough seasoning on them. And there again, here's the point. You don't want to over season them, but in the same token, as you can see, the onion, salt, and stuff like that are all combined. Just going to put a little bit on there, something that's missing. Okay. Now I checked the pork. It's coming along really nice. It's hard to believe that right now it's midday and it is 95 degrees. That is almost like it's almost like I need a sweater to wear coming off 115 degrees. All right, back in the oven. We'll catch you back in a little bit. Okay, we're rounding third, heading for home. I just want to give you a quick view of how we store things when I make different sauces and stuff. So here is pepper sauce that I made back in June. So here, I mean, that's how Marie packs it away. I'll tell you, she's an artist when it comes to this because I can break this. I don't have to waste using the whole thing and put it in the refrigerator. I just cut out what I need and it works well. So we got some pepper sauce there. Today I'm going to be using some of this barbecue sauce that I made back in February. Okay, so I'm going to probably use half of this. This is still good. I mean, you can get a couple years out of it in there. Last time I made spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce, I cooked it with pork in the crock pot. So this was how I made the tomato sauce that was actually cooked with the pork shoulder that I did. This is the one I just made. This is eggplant sauce. This is sauce made from an eggplant with some pepper sauce in it and a couple tomatoes. But it's primarily 90% of the eggplant. So what we're going to do with that is, eventually I'm going to be making some eggplant parmesan with the eggplant sauce. This should be interesting. Okay, also I have, now a lot of you know that I use avocados, okay? These are frozen avocados that I use for thickening and put them into different sauces. Also we have some gravies that I made, okay? I'll use this, I'll put it into enhanced sauces and stuff like that. Now, shrimp shells, okay? We peel them, immediately put them in the freezer, and I'll take these and I'll boil these, okay? I'll get the flavor out of it, and we'll make some whatever, any kind of soup or any kind of scampi's or anything else like that. Now, this is beef, okay? When I cooked, this is it. I render out the fat, leave the fat on here. It's almost like tallow, should be cooked down a little bit more, but this is also my go-to. I can break pieces off of this if I want to make soups, gravies, whatever. So bean prep, okay, is a big to-do. This right here is another pork gravy, okay, that I put together with some tomatoes and stuff like that. This will go in once the weather gets a little cooler, I hope coming soon. We'll make some nice soups and stuff like that. So nothing goes to waste here in the Keto kitchen. So we're getting ready to put this together. I'm going to break up this barbecue sauce here. Now this is just straight from some pork drippings, also some tomatoes, pepper sauce, some cinnamon in it, Chinese 5-spice, no sugars, no added stuff. Everything in here has no added ingredients for shelf stable. All right. Now, putting them in a flat bag like that, as you can see, there it is, right there. Let's go into a pan. Rather than wasting a whole, what we did make of it, this is portioned out. I broke it, okay? Resealed the bag, and this will be our barbecue sauce for tonight's dinner. Okay, pork is done. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some of this drippings, and I'm also going to use a little spatula here. I'm just going to take this off for a minute, all right, and just let that sort of get rehydrated on here. I'm going to put it on the stove and cook it up, and I'm going to add this to the barbecue sauce to give it that distinct pork flavor. Plus, don't forget, I put the seasoning for my sausage seasoning on here also. I gotta be quite honest with you, I just tasted one. And I know I say it all the time. It is goody good. Okay, these are the boneless ribs that I made. It's actually a pork shoulder that I cut up to mimic ribs. They're a little warm yet, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all together now. I'm going to make the sauce and use some barbecue sauce. This is what this looks like. Now I forgot when I made this. Got a little heat to it. All right. This was probably made a couple months ago. Actually in February, more than a couple months. So yeah, we're going to put this all together right now. The radishes are done. We're going to plate this up. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, not to show you two greasy pans, but if you noticed before, these were covered with the drippings from the pork plus the seasoning and stuff on there. So what I did was I turned around and I put them on the stove, a little water onto it, and it's just making it the sauce. How you can make a nice pork gravy, or it already has all the flavors that you want that you cooked. Okay, so now you can enhance this. You can thicken it up. I am going to add a little bit. I'm going to cook it down a little bit more, but I'm going to add it to the barbecue sauce to enhance it with that flavor. All right. Time to plate. So, first things first. I'm going to get the meat onto the plate. Outrageous smell right now. Just going to plank these up here a little bit. One little tidbit right there. I'm going to wash it up a little bit here and there. As you can see, that thing is screaming hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ladle on, or spoon on, some of the radishes. And I got to tell you, just come out, they shriveled up a little bit, just like a potato would. The smells remind me of exactly how it used to be. All right, I'm going to clean it up here. I'd like to plate around a little bit more. And like I always like to do, I like to put a little garnish on it. I'm going to put little red mini bells on here. You want it to look nice. Alright, now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to take a little bit of this sauce right here. And I'm just going to put it over the top. Let it fall, let it go where it wants to go. I feel like I got happy little trees going here. My wife's laughing at me. Folks, there you have it, right there. A new way to eat. I mean, it's not hard. I'm going to eat right here because I need to try it and go sit at the table. I mean, this, look at that. Look at that right there, okay? Looks just like a potato. The bite is gone. It's just not there. I'm telling you. Really, really good. I'm going to take a little corner here without wrecking the plate. Now it will pull. Pork is done. This was smoked. A little bit of apple wood. And right there. Oh man. Really hot. There it is, folks. I mean, right there. It is smoked. Boneless. Ribs. It is a pork shoulder that I made look like ribs. So I get my mouth full. These are off the charts right here. You got to try it. Don't be afraid. Play with your food 101. Sorry for chewing. But hey, listen. Stop back next time. I'm Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Hit that like, subscribe button. All right, and watch some other stuff that we're going to make with this right here. Take care, folks. Stay safe. Stay cool, by the way. Adios.